the Director General of GCIS, Ms. Pumela Williams, the Head of Communicators for the SADC region, the Head of Communicators for SANEF, and all the speakers that joined us today. Ms. Pauline Bax, Ms. Mujaji Magwela, the Program Director herself, Mr. Hopewell Khadebe, and Ms. Barbara Lopi. Representatives of the various communications entities across Africa, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen who have joined us virtually and here present today. Mine is to thank you. Thank you for the gift of your time that you've spent with us today, whether virtually or physically. And this is the first day of Africa Communications Week, a week that seeks to change the perceptions on Africa, saving lives, saving livelihoods, with a strong focus on how African states can collaborate on storytelling using the power of our heritage to position the continent. Today's meeting, and in essence, this Africa Communications Week, takes place against the backdrop of the Africa Union's theme for 2021, which is Arts, Culture, and Heritage, levers for building the Africa we want. We are also meeting against the backdrop of the pandemic that has hit all of us. What I say is that if you have not been infected, you are definitely affected by the pandemic. And so today was about highlighting the importance of communicating about COVID-19 and the vaccine rollout that is taking place across the continent. What is clear from today's deliberations, ladies and gentlemen, is that the private sector has a role to play in building the Africa we want. The government has a role to play in building the Africa that we want. Civil society has a role to play in building the Africa that we want. We ourselves, as individuals, have a role to play in building the Africa that we want. Communications as a sector has evolved. I say there is top-down communication and there is bottom-up communication. Individuals, communities are also beginning to be the content providers, as they are usually the first-hand witnesses of what happens on the ground. So we need to give them that space as well. So each of us then, in essence, has a role in communicating or directing the narrative about how Africa is communicated. Allow me to thank specifically the Freedom Park for hosting this Africa Communications Week. This venue is very significant, ladies and gentlemen, because this is where a memorial and a list of those who fought to ensure that the liberties that we enjoy today are indeed, achieved. The GCIS for having championed the success of the Africa Communications Week over the years. The Department of Sport, Art and Culture for the significant role that they have played in Africa Communications Week and for including Africa Communications Week in their activities for Africa Month. PR Trends ZA for having steered this ship. And again, each and every one of you who are present today. We hope that you will continue to participate in this week's program. Today is just the beginning, and there's going to be other activities as the week goes. But more than anything, this week is just a seed that is being planted. It is for each of us to continue in making sure that we are part of those who are communicating about Africa in a way that positions Africa as a globally competitive continent throughout the world. The lineup for this week is outstanding, and let us be reminded that the actual Africa Day is tomorrow, the 25th of May, and there is a host of celebrations and live performances that will be taking place tomorrow. Finally, I'd like to leave you with an African proverb within the context of today and the discussions that we have had. Until the lion learns to write, every story will always glorify the hunter. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.